Welcome to the Lock-In Podcast, episode 13. I'm your host, Joel. Sean, say hi.
Hello. I'm Sean. Are we really episode 13?
Yes, mate. The unlucky episode.
Great. I'm glad we're not doing it on Friday.
Oh, yes, good point. We're Sunday again. We were meant to do it yesterday, but I was very hungover.
He's a lightweight.
Yeah, we had to scrap it. I had to change our filming day. So thank you for being so lenient with me there, matey. I was had a bit of a bevy one Friday and I struggled.
Well, I'm not going to go out and do anything, can I?
That's a good point. There's not much else to keep you occupied.
Oh, damn, I'm going to have to cancel my walk. For one day of exercise cancelled because of you.
I'm so sorry. Your walk with family only as well, of course. But this is episode 13 of the world's most underrated podcast in every description. We are rated 5-star on the Apple podcast site, so thank you very much for that. We're bigging up on views as well, so thank you so much for listening, everyone. Give us those ratings on Apple, give us the likes on YouTube and Spotify as well. We're so grateful for everyone listening in. Also, on Spotify, we had 69 individual views as of last podcast. So if you're listening to this, realise you've lost the magic number for us. Hope you feel guilty for that. But thank you for listening. that was my monologue. That was it.
I want you to listen to the podcast. I'm not worried about the magic number. Just listen to the podcast.
I'm
not picky. Listen to the podcast.
I wanted to keep it. I was happy when I signed on. It was like, how many views have you got? And I was like, 69. All right, cool.
Yeah, Joel sent me, when you found out about that last night, you literally sent me a message like, I'm so you sent a message going, I am so proud of us.
Yeah. We did it. We hit the number.
And I was like, yeah, our views are getting up. And you went, no, 69. And I was like, oh, 69? yes, sex. Funny, Joel.
I'm 13 at heart.
Well, guys, anyway, we hit 13. Stop.
That's mentally, it. Our maturity doesn't move on from there. It doesn't. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. When we're recording this slightly late on Sunday evening because I delayed it even more because of the Boris talk. I think that's a good place to kick it off. That's what is going to be on everyone's mind for the next few days, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah?
What was your thoughts?
My thoughts? I thought it was all right. I thought it was a sensible thing. He hasn't taken lockdown off. We're still on lockdown. People were asking for a plan. He got a plan filled with a lot of ifs and buts and maybes, depending on where things go and everything else. He repeatedly said that, but it's a rough plan. We have an idea where what we're going. We know what the rules are and everything else. I feel like he's re-established himself and tackled a lot of issues from his since he's locked down, since then he's been in hospital and everything else. He couldn't do it, but he fully established what he meant and re-established that we're still on lockdown, still treat it as the same. There's been a very small change, but generally speaking, we are still in full lockdown, really. The change has been bedding. I don't think the change is going to change anything to anyone, really.
Well, I think the biggest change, I mean, again, he said lockdown's still happening, walks with your family, still good. The biggest change is that he said, if you can't work from home, we encourage you to go back to work.
Yeah.
Which, that's a lot of people going back to work.
What do you mean?
Deal.
What do you mean? It's not a lot. It isn't that much, really. It's mainly the construction.
What about me? Would I get sent back to work? Would I be off furlough after this? I mean, my company can email me and be like, "Wait, get back in."
Well, no. If you can work, can you work from home? Can you actively work from home? Can you set up to work from home?
Not efficiently.
Not efficiently. Yeah, but
can you do it? And I'm not working at the moment because I'm furloughed.
Yeah.
But so are they ending furlough?
No, because you're still in lockdown.
Okay.
But
if I should be able to work from home, am I meant to be working from home?
So this is it.
Furloughed.
This is interesting because just before the lockdown officially, like when everything started going lockdown for the construction industry, Boris said, if you can't work from home, stay. The very first one, not this one, the very first one. I was in this weird scat that you're in now, like. Does it mean me? Does it not mean me? Can I work? I can't work from home, so surely I have to carry on going to work.
Yeah.
But he's now clarified.
Essential workers have to be out,
yeah,
don't they?
Yeah, but he, as I said, the first one was like, if you can't work from home, And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I can't. It's impossible. I'm in the building industry. I can't build.
Yeah.
I can't build the house in my house. That's just, it's the wrong place.
No. Yes.
So
yeah,
but
I
now
mean, that's
you're
the
in
only
this-
thing that's put like it's a vague cloud for me because I'm like, what am I doing? And I guess I'll find out tomorrow.
yeah, I think there's some areas of the industry that are still closed off, like the luxury. Because the thing is, you do
Hospitality is still closed,
but there's no holidays open. That no one's.
No,
what's
I
the
mean,
point
we
of,
can't.
there's no point booking this. I basically have this attitude now. I've had this attitude since the lockdown started. To be fair, that this year is a complete and utter write-off. That I'm not really making
holidays.
much plans for holidays or anything this year. Really, I'm maybe depending how everything goes. Maybe do a trip somewhere in the country, in my own country, and everything else. But generally speaking, I am not.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen this year. The holidays are off.
yeah.
Festivals are
I
off.
do see exactly. We've discussed this, and I think I've spoken with a bunch of friends as well. Like holidaying in this country sounds great for like end of the summer. You know, like going into autumn. Because that'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, the holidays in general have been wiped, really. And when you say, I haven't been planning any, I've been planning loads, but it's just for next year.
Yeah. Well, we're planning one. Planning a road trip.
We are planning one. We want to travel do a road trip over to Italy,
Yeah.
which would be fantastic. Oh, I love the shirt.
Yeah,
I feel like we should do.
address the
It's
shirt.
a shame we don't have a camera on.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is colourful.
Well,
oh my god.
No, well, just because I can't go on holiday doesn't mean I can't pretend I'm on holiday.
I love that.
So
I
I've
love
got
that.
my,
That is a proper Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, this is my festival shirt. This is where I just shove this on my trunks and just drink and get drunk and partay.
Fantastic. Well, let's cheers to that. Oh, what are you drinking? We just rushed straight through that.
Yeah, well, I am living life on the edge again. I am drinking the one and only Corona.
Oh, look at you. You're still on it. Have you not got through those crates yet?
We've had, I didn't realize, I thought we had 3 crates of 24 beers. Turns out we had 5 crates of 24 beers.
Huh?
And also, I thought...
I'm still shocked you haven't made through it.
The thing is, I'm a heavy social drinker. If I was socialising every day with people, it would probably go within like the first 2 weeks, probably. I can drink. But I'm a social drinker. If I'm not socialising, I'm quite happy to just drink water or tea.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's why I struggle. It's why we've had this before. Like, I struggled in the pub. Like, I go into the pub with a bunch of mates and everything else. I find it hard not to drink.
Yes. Yeah. You find it's part of socialising for you.
It's part of socialising. It's part of having a fun time and everything else. I socialise it with that. So the moment I'm not socialising or having a fun time, the idea of drinking is like, well, why would you do it? You're not having fun and you're not socialising. So you don't...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would break that rule for is often I like with my dad with a whiskey and something like that, but that's normally after a meal. And again, it's still socialising, it's still talking to me
Yeah.
and everything else.
After meal drink, yeah, I think it's still socialising. I'd fully agree with you there.
Again, so really, I don't. If I'm not socialising, I don't drink. And I'm very and I'm very strict as well. Now I'm back in work. I'm very strict on Monday to Friday morning until while I'm at work and everything else. No alcohol until I'm not working anymore. And
Yeah.
then
Which you broke once, and I made you break it.
Yeah, but it's
for
rare.
the whiskey that I got for his birthday. Though.
Yeah, it's rare. But I mean, it's very much a... Yeah, but I'm very strict on that. Like, we and you have been to a pub on a Wednesday night, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years ago, and you're like, drink. I'm like, I've got work. I'm not drinking. Not risking it.
No, I mean that makes sense. I think that's a good rule to stick by. I stick by that mostly. I mean, at the moment, it's basically whenever I socialise, I'll drink because I'm furloughed.
Yeah.
So every time I'm on a Skype call or a house party, well, I'll have a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
Hence Friday.
Boom.
and why we do this now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a rough rule. I have broken the rule a couple of times. Because...
Yeah, just a rule of thumb.
Yeah, it's a rule of thumb. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. But yeah, that's so. But overall, you think Boris's chat was decent overall?
I thought it was decent. You brought up a point that I didn't think of, mainly because I'm not affected by it. But I'm guessing it would depend on your company.
Yeah.
If your
I'm intrigued to find out.
If your company says because I think the idea is that if you're an office worker, you can work from home. In some degree, you can. You've got a computer, you've got a phone. You just have to get that set up. Once you got that set up, you can work. I reckon you could probably work from home.
It varies from profession to profession, for sure. My job, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I'd worked from home for a day before, to be honest. I'd worked from home, so I went to go to a client meeting. So yeah, I guess it would vary. But a lot of professions, I'm sure, still can't, even as office workers.
Yeah, I imagine some might be struggling. I know one of my cousins, who's an office worker, and she is working from home at the moment. Mm-hmm. She said that their company's thinking of doing staggering. Let's say 5 members. Let's say you've got 50 members of in your company. 5 go in 1 week. Next week, another 5. The other 5, and the 5 that were there are now off and working at home again. So you're rotating.
That makes sense. Yeah, get people used to coming back into the office, but actually not seeing each other. So if one team goes off as well, it's not the end of the world. Like the other team is still working. I can see that.
Yeah, because I don't know about you. If your company said, right, yeah, everyone back to work, is your office big enough to actually have everyone be 2 meters apart, or would you struggle?
No.
Yeah,
no way.
That's the other thing as well. So.
Yeah, we're on top of each other in our office.
Yeah, so that's the other thing as well, I imagine. It helps social distancing. It means people are not interacting and everything else and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're 1 meter apart in our office.
I do feel that.
I can reach and touch the guy next to me. I'm not sure we'd be 1 meter apart. It is really like I touch the guy next to me if I reach my arm out.
Yeah, I think most offices are like that, surely. Whenever I see a picture of an office, it's people just sitting next to one another with a computer. And you might have a slight little board blocking you off, but it's only... I wouldn't say you're 2 meters apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean... Cool. Yeah, I feel like people are on this weird thing that we're going to be furloughed. Like the country's going to shut down and stay shut down until a vaccine or a cure is found.
Yeah. I mean, what did Boris actually say? Basically, lockdown will end earliest July, is what he said, as long as every other criteria is met. So, I mean, that is a date of earliest July.
Yeah. But the thing is as well...
That could be going back to normal, like going back and opening hospitality, opening restaurants, opening pubs.
Well,
I mean...
Some. He didn't say all. He was thinking about doing some if they can follow a certain set of rules. I think there'll be... I mean, that cinemas, you could... It'd be stupid to do it now, but closer to that point when we get to that area, you can open a cinema and just sell. You can easily have 2 meters. People still be 2 meters apart. You just have to have, let's say, 2 seats or 3 seats apart. That's it. Maybe less people and they'll sell less tickets, but it is open, and it's more. At that point, it's more about. It's not for the company as much, even though the company will probably love people coming back to the cinema and doing anything. It's the fact that it's the same thing that people are going out again. You're not in your home. You're going out to do something. Yeah.
I can't wait to go back to the cinema. Oh my God, I can't wait. I've missed so much. You know how much I love my films. When you mentioned it, I was just like, cinema popcorn, gallery screening, leather seats. I miss it so. Yeah. I miss it so.
So yeah, but I think people have generally had this impression that we're not going to go back to work until a cure and everything else has happened. And it's going to be ages it's going to be ages for that to happen. Earliest a vaccine will be September. Earliest.
I don't think it's this year, right?
No, earliest was September this year. That was the earliest when it all started to kick off and everything else. But that's earliest, and that's presuming that it's a simple straight line to the finished goal. I'm not a scientist, but I don't think it's as simple and as easy as that. It's going to be it's a bit more complicated.
Is that to make the vaccine or to get it to public?
Get it to the public.
Human testing is obviously...
get it to public human... Yeah, but that's only that. That's earliest pending if everything goes to plan. That not one hiccup, not everything they get a test, works, right, next stage, it's fine. And everything, it just keeps going. It's like, we got it, guys. This is the thing. But nothing... I don't think...
If everyone's social distanced, right... It would just go away, wouldn't it?
Eventually.
If everyone just social distanced for a month, no one saw anyone for a month, it would just go away.
We have been social distancing for a month. We have been staying home.
We haven't, though. because it's still passing on between people that aren't paying attention, or it going to NHS, or it's going through hospitals, going through care homes.
Yeah, but the numbers are going down, so it is working. But saying it will last a month, that's not how it works. It's about.
But if no one saw anyone for a month right now, no one saw anyone, no nurses saw patients, everyone just died who had it or survived, would it go away? Because it takes 2 weeks to come on, and then it takes... Yeah.
Maybe, but you're also you have to presume that every country's going to agree to it, and not every country's going to agree to it.
I mean, it doesn't make sense logistically.
No.
Because we want to save lives, which is 100% the way to do it. But that is how that would work, correct? It basically...
I presume so. I mean...
I hope I'm not being too ignorant here. I'm just thinking...
I'm not... Again, we're not...
That's what the point of this is.
Yeah, we're not scientists and everything else, so I can't... Not yet.
The government hears this right now and he's like, he's onto something. Stop it all. This Joe lad, he's got it.
Boris might be a maverick. He ain't Donald Trump though. Right?
Everyone shut down. Nothing.
Drink bleach. We're all good.
Yeah. Inject sunlight.
I feel sorry for America, but yeah. No, I think it may work, but again, you're asking a lot, and it's a lot of ifs and buts. All you need is one person.
It wouldn't make sense, really. But
you need one person just to screw it up, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm just thinking. It is because we are still seeing people. That is why it's like it's not
very small degree,
because it's not staying on objects very long, is it? It's not like we're touching things that other people are touching. Yeah, and that's how it's passing across. From
my understanding, it's mainly passed on from people you speak to. So that's why they see it as treat it as households. So it's like if you have it, if someone in your household has it, most likely all of you would have it because you've been speaking to that person. And there's I think it's a week, maybe even 2 weeks.
It depends who. Yeah, what age you are.
Yeah, I believe there's a week period where you don't know if you have it or not. You just carry on going as normal and everything else. So the government's been treating it as households rather than individual people, which kind of makes when you think about it, it's done through talk, not through touching and everything else as much.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but I mean, maybe it might be the thing is as well. What you're saying, I guess it.
I've triggered you. God.
Yeah, I still don't think it would work. Honestly, I think it would take more than a month.
I think, but
it would work. It would work. I guess if more than a month.
Have it after the month. If someone's surviving but still has it after a month, that would be the only case of that thing, right? Because everyone that had it should have gone past the bit of not seeing symptoms, and then either survived or died.
I guess. I mean, at the same time, it's lots of... You're asking me questions that I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I don't know. The answer is I don't know. It's fine.
Let's move on. Let's get over the doom and gloom, I think. Let's do something more exciting. Yeah, hopefully so. But anyway, let's go over the doom and gloom. We've done the Boris thing. I think it was interesting to talk about, and I think our opinion definitely, it's good to hear yours and mine on it. But exciting things, obviously we're talking about holidays, but I wanted to bring up one thing that I got very excited about this week.
Spain?
No, you can have your minute. You can have your moment in a minute, all right? I know you said you wanted to speak about Spain. That's why I mentioned holidays, and I was like, actually, no, I'm going to say my thing.
So, Joel, you don't like Spain?
I will mention that straight after my pit, and I will say I don't like Spain. But the world record, I think we mentioned him before, Eddie Hall, what a legend. I said world's strongest man?
Yes.
He had the world record for the deadlift of the 500 kilograms. And we'd mentioned him before. He has a YouTube channel. I found him very entertaining. His world record got beat during lockdown this week. And it was 501 kilograms by the man Thor, who plays...
the Mountain?
Who played the Mountain in Game of Thrones. Yeah. He is... There's... wonders if it's going to be an actual world record because it was done in his home gym, just filmed,
Right.
There was no one else there because they couldn't get people out to it. But it's to show, hey, look, I can do 501 kg. The pressure's not on you. There's not a huge crowd. Every other world record attempt is done on stage. So debate on whether it counts or not is a big thing. But even more exciting, what came out of this is Eddie Hall and Thor agreed to do a boxing match. The two strongest men in the world right now agreed and signed a 7-figure contract to do a boxing match in 2021 September. How exciting is that?
Yes. Just I hate boxing. I don't hate boxing, but okay. I respect it and everything else, but I'm happy to say that I don't really understand it as much. I mean, I think that's most people. People watch and enjoy it and pretend to know what they say about it, and then that's every sport in the world, isn't it? What I'm talking about. That's as a football fan. That's every single football fan pretends to know that. Every single football fan talks as if they've won every single trophy in the world.
Yeah, talk the talk.
Yeah, they talk the talk, and then reality is that they're no shit. But
yeah,
no, I'm 100% up for that though. I'm 100% up for that.
I cannot wait. I heard it. I was so excited. I was just so hyped for it. I thought you'd be excited as well for it.
Yeah,
so
that sounds
just
great.
The two enormous men. One of them is 6'9", one is 6'5", I think. Like, they're both enormous. They weigh so much, both of them. I think the Thor is 65 pounds more than Eddie. So he's got quite a weight advantage at the moment.
The thing is, as well,
he's going to have to lose weight because he's just competing in the world's strongest man right now.
Yeah, the thing is as well, it's that it's the difference between a heavyweight lifter. This is me talking out my ass again here, guys.
Here you go, I'm ready.
The difference between a heavyweight lifter and a difference between Anthony Joshua is how quickly they can deliver that. When you strike something, this isn't bullshit. I actually do know what I'm talking about. This, when you strike something, when you hit a ball in football with your foot, or in hockey you hit a ball with with a hockey stick, you're using your whole body weight. You're transferring your whole body weight into that hit, so it goes across.
Yes.
Anthony Joshua can do that, and he can do it quickly.
Yes, very efficiently.
Very quick and efficiently and everything else and stuff like that. And most professional boxers can. That's why they're professionals.
Yeah.
Heavyweight boxers, they have a lot of weight, and if they can actually make contact, it'll probably do more damage than most boxers, but I don't think they have the speed.
Yeah, that's why it's 2021 September, so they can both practice and train in boxing, pretty much. Eddie Hall has boxed before, but Thor never has.
Yeah, okay.
So, makes it even more exciting. Eddie Hall competed in a charity match in 2013 and lost to some random other guy. But, I'm just excited for it. Like, imagine if any of them can actually throw a proper punch. The force behind it is going to be enormous.
It will literally kill someone, right? I mean,
so easily.
Have I told you that thing about Mike Tyson that he went to pick his nephew out once? He went to pick his nephew up once, and someone called him. His nephew got in trouble and picked him up, and some guy called him the N-word basically. And Mike Tyson snapped, and he just turned around and whacked the guy in the face, and almost killed him. Like, I mean, he deserved it.
Don't be racist. It's the moral of the story.
The moral of the story is that don't use the N-word, especially to someone who has proven that he is probably one of the world's best boxers who ever lived. Don't do it.
Yeah, one of the strongest punching powers ever seen, especially at the time.
Yeah, I know. And he's even now he still knows how to do the punch. He still knows how to use his body weight.
Yeah, he's funny. Mike Tyson is in Eminem's new song, isn't he? The Godzilla music video. Have you seen that?
I have not. It's
so funny. He just punches Eminem in the face in the music video. It's really good. Little thing, but yeah, he's become a bit of a meme, isn't he? Obviously, he lost his mind a bit, but he's still cool.
That's because he's a boxer. See, boxers always lose their mind a little bit because they get hit in the head one too many times.
Yeah. When world champions just have to come to an end, don't they? Eventually, because they just hold on to the title for so long. I can't wait for Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. That's a Britain versus Britain, the true to unify the belts, get the best the true heavyweight champion of the world together again.
It sounds a good thing as well. I actually don't mind who wins neither. I'm happy if either of them win.
Same, but I want Tyson to win.
You want Tyson to win? Well,
but yeah, if Joshua won, I wouldn't be upset. But I want Tyson to win.
See, the thing is, Tyson, he's been through a journey, hasn't he?
Yeah, what a comeback story.
He's been on one hell of a journey, and he's come back more of a. He's come back as I'll say, a better, more humble person.
He's quieter for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. When he's more, I think he understands the sport more. Understands that he has to. He has a bit more self-control. I mean, he's still Tyson. He still gets to do trash talk and everything else, I reckon.
Yeah, well, in the press conferences for Deontay Wilder, he was much more quiet. He just sort of played a bit of a mind game, but he wasn't like how he used to be.
Yeah,
just trash talking everyone.
Exactly. Well, because he's not
called everyone a bum.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that way. And Andy Joshua is so calm. I like Andy Joshua's calm and collectedness. He just stands there and be like, okay. If you beat me, you beat me. If you don't, you don't. I love.
Goes, I'm just gonna let my fist do the talking.
Yeah,
that's all he says, isn't it? He's like, you're gonna get into that ring, and I'm gonna knock you out. that's all that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I know people are like, after Andy Joshua's little mishap and everything else, people were like, it's gonna be Tyson Fury's to lose. I actually don't think it's gonna be that simple.
Oh, they're both phenomenal boxers.
They're both phenomenal boxers. And again, Andy Joshua, he made that mistake of underestimating his opponent once.
I think he was off. He had an off day as well. I don't think that was him on top form by any means. No, apparently he had a bad day. Maybe.
But I have to give the man credit. He never made any excuses. He lost and he accepted it.
Yeah. The video he made after, great. He just said, love to fight you again. You fought very well. I look forward to our next fight. Congratulations. Hold the title while you can. That's all he said. Yeah. It's good. Yeah. Tyson, though. Has he ever lost? He's got a flawless record, hasn't he?
No, I think he has lost.
I think he had a flawless record, and then he just drew with Deontay Wilder. I don't think he's lost a professional match.
I do not know. I'm not.
Should I Google that before I just randomly throw out facts?
You probably Google it, yeah.
Yeah. However, I'll Google that. You do yours.
We're almost half an hour in, and we haven't spoken about Princess Mononoke.
Do you want that, or do you want to argue about Spain for a second?
This is Princess Mononoke, because otherwise we'll run out of time and everything else. I feel like you didn't.
Absolutely
I feel like the way you did treating. Did you actually enjoy that film?
I will speak to you in a second. Oh. Tyson Fury, total fights 31, wins 30, draws 1, wins by a KO 21. Oh. He's never lost a professional fight. Oh. I think Joshua's only lost his Ruiz as well. That's some serious stuff, isn't it? I think he's the rightful heavyweight champion. I think he is the best boxer we have seen in a long time.
I can't actually make any comment. I said I can't look at a box and be like, yeah.
I enjoy boxing.
Yeah.
Again, I think exactly what you said. I say a lot about the sport, and I'm like, do I know it? No, because I can't box. But do I enjoy watching it and have researched slightly on it? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't done any research. I go like, it's two guys punching each other. Whoever hits the floor normally loses.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And
then there's points.
What combat sport is the best? Yes. So whoever wins a round gets 10 points. Whoever loses a round gets 9. If you get knocked down, you lose a point.
Right. Cool.
That's the very, very basics.
That's how little I know about boxing. I don't even know the rules.
There you go. I think KSI and Logan Paul really got me into it. Like when that kicked off. That's probably what got me into boxing, and then I really fell in love with the sport afterwards.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I watched a little bit of that. KSI won, didn't he, in the end?
Yes, it was a draw between Logan Paul and KSI for the first one, then KSI won the second one. Yeah.
Good.
By a split decision. It was one judge said KSI, one judge said Logan, then the last judge said KSI. It wasn't a definitive win.
He still won.
Yes, he still won. Plus, but it was a close match is what I was trying to say.
Plus, Logan is an idiot. So
Logan Paul, Suicide Forest, all that good stuff.
Fucking idiot. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't film dead bodies and post it online. It's not funny.
Do you know what
I think
he did
that's like 2018 anyway.
Yeah, it's that's like the thing as well. He did an apology, and everyone was like, "It seems like a sincere apology." And everything else. A week later, he filmed like a dead mouse playing, like poking and playing with it. It's like, dude,
he tased a dead rat. Let me clarify. He tased a dead rat. That's what happened.
Okay, still don't. You think of the thing like, well, dead human beings are okay. Is a dead rat okay? No, dead things are not okay. Stop. Just leave dead things alone.
Yeah, and then something not mentioned afterwards. He also filmed his dead fish, and then took a fish out of his koi pond, being like, "Look, it's dead." Like a month after the dead rat. He definitely did it a lot. It was weird. Yeah.
He needs help.
Yeah. Not a nice segue. Princess Mononoke.
That's not a segue. That's just stopping the conversation and starting something else. That was an awful segue. Right.
It's not called Princess Monaco. Just throwing it out there. I only realised that after I read the title. But we've said it the entire time. So we can call it that. And we meant Princess Mononoke every time we said Princess Monaco.
No. I said Princess Mononoke the whole time. But don't we on about Joel?
Yeah. Don't listen to any other podcast. Sean was right the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Princess Mononoke.
I think people need to get hearing aids because they've been if they think I've been saying Princess Mononoke, then they're wrong. It's Princess Mononoke, obviously.
Mononoke. You said Monaco. You didn't say Mononoke. Oh no, wait. You didn't say that. Sorry, you didn't say that.
It is Princess Mononoke, right?
Yes, Mononoke.
There we go. Right, good.
All right, cool.
Japanese man.
This was a very, very different film to the other ones.
It's a huge U-turn.
It is enormous, and I can see when you said you watched the first one, that whatever we watched, I can't remember even what it was. Castle in the Sky.
Yeah, Castle in the Sky.
You said you were disappointed or you were surprised by how different it was.
Yeah,
and I can fully see why. It is this one. From the first 30 seconds, grabs you by the balls and it doesn't let you go for a while. It really just jumps straight into action, and it is an action film. Yeah, it's an action adventure film.
It's a full-blown epic.
Not a slice of life,
no.
Which the other ones have been.
Yeah, this is definitely a full-blown epic, I would say.
And it's phenomenal. It's a 2-hour film. As I say every single week, this one might be my favourite. I don't think it was my favourite.
Ooh.
Legit. But it was so different. It was very enjoyable.
You don't think it was your favourite?
No, I still enjoy Porco Rosso the most.
Okay, why? I'm interested to hear, why was it not your favourite?
Because I really enjoy slice of life films.
Okay.
Like a casual watch.
So it could be
that is more my style of film.
Okay, so it could be a personal preference.
Oh, fully. The animation in this is brilliant, and the storyline is probably better.
Okay.
The storyline hooks you and keeps you involved. It throws mythology, which you absolutely love. The gods, the old times, the things it presses on, like global warming, the environment, what we should do, women versus men, especially in like when it was made 1998. Women can
1997.
1997. It did a bang on job, and I think it touches on a load of great things. I think it's a good film. It's just, I think my preference is the other one. It's just more my style of film. I didn't not enjoy this. I watched this, and I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, no problem.
That's fair. I mean, everyone, if it's a personal preference, it's a personal preference thing. Because there's most people I know absolutely either love this film, or I'll go, I don't see what the hype is.
Okay.
That's the two things. People go like, it's good. I don't get what the hype is. And I was glad as I said, I stumbled across this film. In Mexico, I got bitten by a spider and I had to stay indoors for a bit and everything else. And I literally just stumbled across it, and I had no idea what it was. I didn't even know. I literally was just flicking through the channels in my hotel room at the time.
Yeah.
And I stumbled across it. I didn't even know. It took me ages to find out what the name was. I literally had to type in like anime film with wolf princess. I actually had to basically describe the film into Google to actually find out what the film was called, so I can actually buy it on DVD.
Yeah.
So I was so happy I went in there completely blind with no pretenses of what other people think.
I mean, what a film to start on.
Oh yeah, exactly.
One.
On introduction to anime, this movie is like, yes, anime's amazing, and then
Yeah.
you can see why even it's amazing. Oh, it's like a sharp decline.
Yeah, to see that and then watch Castle in the Sky, those are two very, very different films, and I would say Princess Mononoke is a better film overall. If you watch Akira, I think that is very similar. I'd say this is better than Akira, and Akira is critically acclaimed. I think I enjoyed this more than Akira.
I've got some. This was the first animated film ever to receive the Japanese Academy Award for that year, for Best Picture for that year.
Best Picture?
And it's one of only two films. The next film is actually, in fact, the next film we're watching, which is Spirited Away.
You beat me to hosting. Well done. Spirited Away is next film.
Anyway.
Yep, all right.
Yeah, the one thing,
fantastic.
The one thing that's interesting, this is the only film so far that hasn't had flying in.
Yeah.
And because I actually dived in full into looking into the research in this. I've got I actually got a whole page of notes.
Okay.
So,
do you want to go through it quick?
If you want.
What's the plan?
Misasaki, I think his name. I might be pronouncing that wrong because I'm English and foreign languages are difficult for us English people.
You know what? I'll research the name for next week so we can.
I think it's
correctly.
Miyazaki. I can't remember his first name,
Miyazaki.
Unfortunately. It begins with H. Every time I say it at different words, and it's just this super. I think it's his last name's Miyazaki, I think.
Okay.
But he started this personally himself, working it on his own in 1994.
Okay.
He started on it, and when I mean he started it, he was starting animating it, drawing scene by scene, him by himself.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yes, that is insane. What, he drew it all or animated it on computer? Actually, is it hand drawn or is it?
Most of it
animated?
is hand drawn. There is a few bits of CGI. Most of it is background.
Is this a film and animation studio? Yeah, sorry, it's Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah.
That's his name. Anyway, but yeah, so it's mostly hand drawn. It's brilliant. It does look stunning.
Well,
it looks absolutely.
It's amazing. I also love the fact there's no bad guy in it. But one thing I will, you don't.
Yeah, go on, carry on. Give me your point.
Well, because I was interested because I know I saw this before. I think the only time I saw it and I didn't make the connection to it because I've only seen bits of it was Dancing with Wolves.
Okay.
But it's kind of I think nature and everything else. Avatar, people will make the same thing connection to Avatar and everything else, but in every single time, like in Avatar, there's a definite bad guy. There's no question.
Mm-hmm.
There is this guy is evil. He's a bad guy. He's a dickhead. He either one. He gonna die. That's it. Dancing with Rules. It's more than just white people who are bad. It's misunderstanding. It's kind of. I don't know. Would you say completely change the subject from this movie completely? Dancing Rules. Would you say there's a bad guy in that film?
I've never seen it.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know what the film's
All right, I'll forget that moment then. Moving on.
All right.
So, but I said there's no villain. You made a voice. You made a face.
Yeah.
You think there is a villain. So who is it?
I mean, the villain is clearly the Iron Woman's, the leader of the Iron Village.
What, Lady Ibushi?
Lady Ibushi. Yeah.
Well, the person who gave lepers a place during the period where it's set in, where the lepers were outcast. She gave the lepers a place. Yeah. Gave them a home, gave them a job, gave them a purpose, and then she went around hiring whores, so they're not longer working in whorehouses, and gave them a job as well.
Yes,
she's the bad guy. That's
portrayed
as that is the key, the face of evil.
No. She is doing this and giving people work is to show the good side of everyone, the yin and yang, isn't it?
That's what I said.
She is still the bad guy. She is the one that kills off forest gods and destroys the environment to build a city of iron, to show that they can that animals are less than human. She still does that.
Yeah, it still happens, but she's not evil. When I'm saying that, normally when a bad guy happens in Avatar, the bad guy is 100%. There's no redeeming that character. That guy's bad. Okay. Full stop. Everything else. There is some redemption in this character, and this character, even at the end, says, "Well, she literally comes out and says, I was wrong. Let's build a better town."
Yes.
and everything else. He literally comes out and says that
she has a redemption arc, but she's the bad guy, and she has redeemable features the entire time.
That's the thing. It's never black and white. There's no character in this. You can definitely say there's always the main character itself. Although he is a good guy, he uses he uses dark powers, as it were, to save. Without those powers,
the god of rage, the god of rage's powers. He believes that he uses that to.
I don't think they've ever established if it's the god of rage. I think it's just a demon. It's like a demon.
Oh, the demon of rage. Yeah, it's the boar. The boar was taken over by the god of rage, and that was what got pushed onto him. Correct.
No, I think he turns into a demon. He stops being a god and turned into a demon.
And then would it not be the god's power that was passed on? So that's why every time he used the thing was only for violence, right? Every time he used his power, it was to kill someone. No, actually, at one point he controls it, doesn't he? And then just walks out of a fight.
Yeah.
But I think that was him taking over the power more than the power. Because originally it was just, he fired bolts off to scare people, well, to get rid of people, and he just beheads people with arrows. It's like, whoa!
Yeah. No,
that was a great first scene as well. That's like first 10 minutes still, and you're like, what is going on?
It's we went from watching a film about, two kids having a garden, having fun with a bear. The next film, someone starting a delivery service, porco roll. So there's a few bullets being fired, but generally speaking, it's a fun-loving film and everything else.
Yeah.
Decapitation. Like there's literally a scene.
Decapitation of 10 minutes, arrow in the eye in the first 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a scene that made me go like, man, I didn't realise how much of a contrast this was for his other work. Where there's a war going on with a samurai clan, which never gets mentioned. It's just a samurai clan.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
And they're fighting, they're firing their guns into them and everything else.
Yeah.
And literally, there's one bit, and the guy goes, my arm, literally, you see the explosion, and the guy's arm goes flying off, and you usually see him go like, my arm's gone, my arm is gone. It's like, oh yeah, it's there. That's
a good scene. It reminds me of like a Saving Private Ryan.
It's like, damn. But I love the themes in this. I love the themes.
Yes.
I
You just went quiet.
I just went. My brain just went.
That's right. It's all right.
Yeah, but I think it's great. I think. I don't think there's anyone who's I mean, there's someone who is misguided and therefore they make bad choices, which is very human. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't say there's
things out for wealth. Oh, sorry, we're speaking over each other.
But I wouldn't. Yeah, but I'd say that I wouldn't say there's a bad guy as such. Personally, I mean, when I think of a bad guy, I think someone like Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. Like, you can't redeem that character. That character is pure evil. If any movie came out and went, I'm just kidding. I love kids. I murdered a bunch, but I love kids. I mean, that's what happened.
Better.
Yeah, I mean, Darth Vader did do that, but it's not. It's brushed under the rug.
Yeah, I think evil characters can have redeemable features, but they can still be evil. And I think that's who she was anyway. I like the forest spirits as well. Those were cute.
Yeah. I mean,
little forest spirits. They sound like cicadas, little chirping all the time, and it kind of makes you think like, oh, when I'm walking through the forest and you just hear like rustling. Oh, is that the forest spirits? It was well made. Yeah, I like that little. Like,
all the characters are based on Shintoism, so all the gods are based on real.
Oh, cool.
They were. It's a dead religion. It's now technically a dead religion in Japan. I've actually found out that Japan's mostly atheist now.
Really? It intrigues me. I mean, I didn't know what religion they would be, so it makes sense.
Well, I presume that I would be that. I presume they'd be Buddhist. But it says.
I guess a lot of Asia is.
But basically, it says it's basically they're mainly atheist. I was like, okay,
cool.
I mean, having two atomic bombs would do that, I imagine. But having
yeah, it's like, oh, who do we pray to when this happens?
Yeah, I mean that would shake your faith to the core.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shintoism, and that's great. Well, I got
that's cool. I mean, yeah, the gods are very, very cool in it. Have you got any other facts? Do you want to run through them quick, or do we want to move on?
Yeah, damn it. Hang on. Neil.
Oh, go on. Sorry, I can talk if you need me to.
Who's the guy who did Pulp Fiction?
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, he was actually Disney. Not Disney. Another company approached
Studio
him.
Ghibli.
No, another company approached him to do the dub through Disney. Disney did it, and they kind of tossed it off to someone else and everything else. But he was actually asked, like, "Hey, do you want to do the dub for this film?" And he was like, "No." Can you imagine him doing the dub for this film? I mean, you would just get like
be nuts.
No,
it wouldn't fit at all, would it?
No, but we had Neil Gaiman, who people don't know, wrote Sandman, is the main person behind the famous TV series Lucifer and American Gods.
Okay. Very interesting show, that. If anyone's seen it. Very weird.
It is mad.
Yeah.
And he took the job mainly because he watched the film and it sounds weird. He didn't say he would like it or not. He said, yeah, I took it because if I don't take it, someone else who's just doing it, going to do it for the paycheck would do it. It's like, so did you like the film? And therefore you
show respect to it.
Yeah. But also Disney tried to cut content. They watched him like, yeah, can we get rid of some of the violence and.
Yeah, no, it holds too. I think the whole point of it is rage, right? Like, again, I said it's the God of Rage is a huge part in it.
Yeah, there's no
or the Demon of Rage.
Everything in the film is there for a reason.
Done well. Yeah, I fully think it's very well done.
It's 2 hours. I mean, it's the longest one out of all the films we've watched, but it's not one point I feel like this doesn't have to be in here. I feel like no, that makes sense. That thing, every bit.
Yeah. There's still slice of life moments, right? You can still see it's by the same guy. There's still 30 seconds of looking at random things, looking at a sword, admiring it, looking at the bellows when they were looking at making weapons. It's just focusing on one thing, which you wouldn't get in live actions normally, I'd say. But it holds true to the creator, but a fully different style, and I think it's great. Yeah, I like it. Anyway,
I think it's great.
I hate Spain.
Huh? You hate Spain?
I hate Spain.
That's such a terrible segue.
I'm just throwing him out there now.
But
I feel like I'm just trying to hold the time, and we're talking a lot. I know we're obviously enjoying it. I'm already a little bit bevy, so I was just like,
I don't think we should worry.
You said I hate Spain.
You do hate Spain, though.
I mean, I don't hate Spain fully. It's just
you hate Spain.
You like Spain a lot.
Okay,
I don't like Spain to the same level you do.
Okay, I feel like we need to clarify.
I think
for the third person in the room, known as the audience. When me and Joel mentioned doing a road trip, and the first destination I said was let's drive to London, through France, through Spain, and get to Africa. It'd be a great thing to say that we've driven to Africa. Joel was like,
yes.
No, let's do Italy. I submitted and went, okay, fair enough. There's no point convincing you to do something you don't want to do because it's just mean and stupid and anyway else. And I love Italy. Italy's my first love. I have a special thing with Italy. Yeah. It's like a summer romance. It happens every year. I go there, we do dirty things, and I come back and I pine. Anyway.
Yes.
That went weird.
It's right. We all have people like that. Or places.
But, and then it came up we did a quiz the weekend, and it came up again, and Spain came up again, and Joel was like, dude, Spain's trash. Spain is a bunch of wank. And I haven't realised that every now and then, whenever Spain
Those were not my words. That was not my words.
That was actually your words. I was like, Joel, why do you hate Spain? I hate Spain. Spain's wank.
I did not say that. I probably said Spain is trash. I did not say.
Oh, that's better. That's a load better.
That's the event. I wouldn't say the other one.
But so he's
basically a road trip around Spain sounds so much worse than a road trip through France into Switzerland into Italy down to Sicily. The Spain has I believe so much less to offer out of a road trip than the other ones do.
Right.
It's an extra Britain.
The thing is. The problem is that I know a lot about Italy. Joel, you know a lot about Italy.
Fair amount, yeah.
Okay, now, I know Joel says, I love Spain. I don't love Spain. I know nothing about Spain because he was like, basically your argument was like, name a place in Spain. I'll go Barcelona. He'll go, right, name me another place that isn't trash, because Joel does not like Barcelona. You're the only person.
Trash.
You're the only person I know who doesn't like Barcelona.
Barcelona's trash. It's just full of thieves. It's like Naples in Italy.
No, Naples.
It's so.
No, Naples. Naples is a bit rough. Naples
so
is rough. Barcelona's not rough. You're the only person I know who's been to Barcelona and come back and been like, Barcelona, don't go there. It's trash.
Yeah.
You're the only person out of 6 people.
I stand by it.
So basically, if you listen to this person, 1 in 6 people will hate Barcelona.
That's an actual fact.
I did some out of interest plus out of sheer spite, because that's the way mine and Joel's relationship works.
Yeah. Prove each other wrong at a different point in time.
Exactly. I looked up facts about Spain, and I've dived into my own rabbit hole, but not gay. Mine was not gay. Mine one's Spanish.
You sure?
My one has Spanish dancers and Spanish women.
Spanish men dancers as well.
No.
Sexist.
Anyway, first thing first, how many heritage sites do you think Spain has?
10.
44.
Ah, damn.
It has the third most heritage sites in the world.
What has more?
China and Italy.
Italy, much better.
True. Italy, much better.
1 point for Italy.
Done.
1 point for Italy.
44 World Heritage Sites. Also, Spain, has more cultures inherited in Rome than Italy. It has had Greek, Roman, Moorish, Germanic, Goths, Moorish, and of course the European Catholic things. I also wrote a note saying that one of the Germanic tribes was called Alan. I find that hilarious.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Just a tribe. What tribe are you from? Alan.
Alan tribe.
I'm from Alan. Steve. Yeah.
All right. 1 point Spain.
It has a royal family, just like us. It has the same system as England.
Ours is cooler.
Okay. Molotov cocktail was first used in the Spanish Civil War. It's a fun fact I found out.
All right. I like that fact.
You're
winning me over.
Spain also has a few areas made by the Roman Empire that's still in full function today. The only other place is, of course, Italy, but it has more. They have 2 dams that are over 2,000 years old, built by the Roman Empire. Still working today. They're still in full function.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Romans were smart lads.
There's also a lighthouse, a Roman lighthouse.
A Roman lighthouse? Okay. Is it a Colosseum, though?
Well, yeah, it was part of the Roman Empire. There will be Colosseums about.
Colosseums are sick. The Colosseum, though. Yeah. The Colosseum.
Also, I don't believe I never mentioned this, because I actually did know this and just completely forgot about it.
Go on.
Festivals. There's the festivals where they throw tomatoes at each other.
The festival scene in Spain is meant to be nutty. In music festivals and weird ones. Like the tomato throwing one. And the music scene is meant to be phenomenal. Yeah.
Well, I also found another one where there's newborns get laid in the street, and a guy dressed as the devil jumps over them.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it their dad or something? Isn't that what it's meant to be? Is it meant to be your dad, or is it some other bloke?
Just someone dressed as a devil. It could be anyone. As long as you dress as a devil, it's fine. But it doesn't matter.
It's to ward off spirits, isn't it? Or it's to ward off the devil.
Yeah.
Right? Or bad spirits, yeah.
Also, Joel, I feel like we have to go here and do a food review. But but Spain has a restaurant where the food is cooked by volcanic heat.
Oh. All right, wait. That's cool. That's cool. I thought you were gonna blag me off there and do something dumb, like something too spicy for me, and I was gonna be like, I don't want it. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's called the Restaurant from Hell.
Kind of like that too. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that.
It's the most edgelord title for a restaurant ever. I imagine it's owned by a 13-year-old. Like he's just yelling at his parents, going, "It's not a phase, Dad. It's not a phase. This is who I am."
What? I love that. Where is it? Sorry, where is that? Obviously Spain, but
I believe.
Do you have specifics?
I believe it's off an island of Spain.
Okay.
So,
Spanish island. Now you're gonna say like Gibraltar or something. It's gonna be like nowhere near.
So, go there for a weekend holiday and just try it. Boom, done.
I can't just be like, yo, you know what's really cool? We have a bunch of sheep in England. Oh wait, that's the Falklands. Like, it's not because it's an English island. We can't just claim it's Spain.
Technically, it's Spain. Technically, it's
You can't
Spain.
just blag it. No, you can't just say the Falklands is ours. I love England. The Falklands is great. That doesn't make sense.
But Falklands is technically part of England. They get the vote. They get a vote for the Prime Minister as well.
You can't just go.
They vote.
Yeah,
they vote for the Prime Minister. They voted for Boris.
Did they actually?
Yeah, I think
Is that a fact?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're actually a part of England. They're officially part of England.
English territories can't have voting power over the things, right? Over the Prime Minister. You talk. I'm gonna go.
If it's part of England, I would say it is. Yeah, surely. Unless it has its own government, but then, actually, it's a fair point because the Isle of Man has its own government.
Yeah, no, it has its own government, mate.
It has its own government.
It also says, why did Gibraltar participate in the UK's EU referendum? That came up. I don't know what that is.
No, Gibraltar would take over. That's the English territory. That will come on. Now, there's no need for a government
is
under
Gibraltar English? I thought it was owned by Spain.
No, Gibraltar. Yeah, it is Spain, but we own it.
Ah.
Because we beat them in wars. Because they suck.
Ah.
Spain
sucks.
I mean, Spain's great.
Yes,
I mean, Spain's great.
All right, play celebration time over the top of this.
Spain. No. Spain is a beautiful country filled with lots of interesting culture and everything else. It's just when you come to fighting, you suck.
I feel like we should have been recording this. I've just got my hands up, drinking my cider. Oh yeah, I'm just like, I've won the vote. That's it.
Fuck it. It's just,
Spain.
never have I ever go.
Yeah,
I give up.
I do love the mountain ranges in Spain. Are meant to be amazing, and I'd love to go to those.
It's the nice producer of olive oil as well.
Wonderful. I can't wait to pour olive oil over everything.
Boom. But Spain, come on. Do you really hate Spain? Why do you hate Spain?
Nah, I mean, I just think there's so many better places nearby. There's nothing against it. I'd go there.
So what about Portugal? Or is that the same thing? It's just the same place?
Nah, Portugal's pretty trash, innit? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to.
It's just not my cup of tea. It's just not my cup of tea.
So basically, that part of Europe, that part of Europe is just like, fuck it. What's the point?
Pretty much. It is more of just like I don't know why. It's just like I don't really want to go there.
There's no reason. You're basically saying like that. I know the Spanish are great, loving people full of fun times and everything else, and they have great food, great culture. It's just I don't like you, and therefore I think you're trash. Is that what you're saying?
I've made my judgment call on it. I've been there a couple of times, and I've been like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, done. That's my judgment call. That's all I've done.
So
I went to Benidorm. That was fun.
Well, no, Benidorm's not Spain. That's just England.
Yeah.
That's just England with sun.
That was fun. But the rest of Spain, when I've been there, was bad. So that's my judgment call. Bad.
So basically, the bit of...
I feel like I'm being so ignorant.
You are. You're being such a knob. You're being such a knob. Right. So basically, you're like the person who goes to Ibiza and be like, yeah, Ibiza. The party bit's great. The other bit that's actually full of culture and nice food and everything else, and the bit that's interesting, that's shit. Party, great.
No, I love. So, I went to Benidorm because it was for someone else's stag do, and it was phenomenal. It was a great time. It was, it was a party with the lads, and it was England. It was just England, but warm.
You're the reason the Spanish hate us.
No, all right. So we did that. I'm just saying I've been to other parts of Spain. I've been to Spain a fair few times. I just don't think it's worth it. I would rather go to Poland. I'd rather go to France. I'd rather go to Italy. I'd rather go to Romania.
Okay.
Then Spain.
So wait. Are these other countries? This is because Italy. And I love Italy. Italy's like a secret home place for me. I plan to retire in Italy.
Italy is beautiful and I love it. No, sorry. None of those were disses. I'm just saying these are places
Romania
and Poland I was throwing out to be
Romania at the end.
Well known.
Romania at the end sounded like a huge diss. Even Romania. It was like...
Because because Bucharest, like, it's interesting. There's so much going on. Yeah, I think these are the places I prefer.
This is things. I'm interested in architecture, so I'm interested in Spain because it's a mix of Moorish or Muslim architecture colliding with Christian architecture.
Yes.
So for me, I find it interesting. I mean, you just want to get pissed and shag women. I am more cultured.
That is that is not what I'm looking for in a holiday. And
yeah,
I love culture.
Because clearly I'm more cultured than
love
you.
Culture.
I did not. I am not looking. When we was talking about the road trip, I was clearly not mentioning the fact that I will pick up a woman in Spain or France or Italy and lock you out of the camper van at all. I wasn't doing that.
Sock on the door and leave a few beers outside for me.
And a chair, just there like.
I want a chair. Yeah. It's knee sweet, lads. It's knee sweet.
But like Forrest Gump, like the girl comes out, but like the girl, I come out, but like the girl comes out, goes like, man, that guy cares about your road trip, and just walks off.
Other way around, isn't it? It's the mum and the thing. Oh, but the girl. Oh yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah,
I
but
got you. Talking about yourself.
Why would I walk out and tell you I care about the road trip? It's my guy.
I think I quoted the film, and I was like, it's the principle. What are you on about? I'm not sure if anyone can tell. We drank before this podcast too.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. Would you rather? Are we at the point? Oh yeah. No, we're not. We still got a bit more time.
We've got a touch of time. Go on.
Yeah. So I'm interested in the road trip. France.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on France?
It's alright.
That's it.
I like France.
Yeah. What do you like about it?
The food.
Really? I think no offense to I love the French. I think your food's slightly overrated.
Food's good.
I think
stews are good.
I think Italian food is a lot better than French food.
I agree.
Italian
food's one of the best in the world.
Yeah, well, French is seen as one of the best in the world. I think French is seen as better than Italy. I think it's just a personal preference between us and the people we know. Like Italian food is better.
Yeah, I think French is lovely. I like French. I like the French people normally as well. I know some people say they're rude. I haven't found that personally.
I found the men are, but the women are fine.
Okay.
That's actually not just me being like a womanizing prick. That's not actually just showing me being a womanizing dick. It's actually just a weird fact that whenever I've been to France, most of the guys have been like, I hate your English. Ugh. Girls, the women will be like, I'll talk to you. And everything else. Like, okay, it's just a weird thing. I don't think whether they're interested in me or not. The likelihood is they're probably not. Depressingly enough,
maybe both were interested in me when I went.
Huh?
Maybe just both were interested in me when I went. I felt like everyone was quite polite, men and women.
I find Italy. I love it. Italy's just a very friendly place. I love it. I can't wait to.
Weirdly, I felt like the waiters weren't that friendly in Italy most of the time. No, actually, no, sorry. Most of the time they were. I'm just thinking one time in particular. In Florence, you get sent... If somewhere's busy, I feel like the waiters don't have time for you. I felt that a fair bit. Because places are busy and they just think, oh, tourist, please go... Like, you're going to have to wait. Just, I don't have time to tell you this right now. Just wait. I found that.
I didn't get that in Italy. In France.
No?
In Florence, even. Ugh. Get it. We get in eventually. Alcohol.
It's like a Steve Carell in Bruce Almighty.
Or nerd talking to a girl for the first time.
Or are you at the beginning of last podcast? Is that Coke? Are you drinking Coke? I loved it. Re-listening to it, that made me laugh so much.
Oh no, I listened to it and I was like, oh god, I hate myself, but that was funny.
Yeah, it really made me laugh.
Yeah, no, I never got that in Italy. The things as well, one thing, I don't go where the tourists go. I'll actively not. I feel like you're gonna. I think you actively hate me when we get to Italy. I'm like, right, where do the people go? Like, I don't want to go where the tourist goes because still gonna be good food. I'm not gonna deny the fact that it's not gonna be good food because the Italians love their food. And whenever they make something, it's normally with passion. But when they get like loads of tourists, it's more of a business thing. It's like I make it with passion, but I make it with like half the passion and everything else and everything. When you go,
it's about busting out in like time frame as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more about getting those dishes out and everything else and stuff. When you go to the places where the people eat and everything else, it's gonna be I don't know. If the locals eat there, it's gonna be good. Because the locals live there. If the locals, that's where the locals eat, it's gonna be a lot better than where because the tourists are just gonna look at a place. They look at it for convenience. They're not gonna look for good food. If you live, let's say that you know where you live, you know where to eat, you know where the best restaurants are where you live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
I think you look where the locals eat anywhere you go, though, right? I think that's a rule of thumb. Anywhere you go, you look for the locals,
Yep.
and I fully agree with you. I don't think I would hate you on that.
Yeah, I will actually go.
I'd agree.
I've knocked on someone's door before. I disturbed a local to be like, don don don. I want to eat. Where should I eat?
I wouldn't do that. I would hate you for that. I would feel so uncomfortable.
I've had a piece of paper. I've had a piece of paper in my hand with like half written translated stuff from Google Translate, and me reading it, going, "Buongiorno, blah 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 blah." I can't speak Italian, obviously, but I mean,
I thought that was accurate. Blah, 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 blah. What do I eat? That is an accurate translation.
It's Joey from Friends. Blah 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 blah.
Should I list this podcast as educational on all the sites instead of blog and entertainment this time?
No, can you only do 2? Can you add 3? Because just add the third one. Just add the third one.
I can't, unfortunately.
Ah.
Otherwise, that would be quite fun. Anyway, let's do a would you rather. Let's wrap up.
All
right. I wrote these. Sean saw me write these. He didn't see what I wrote, but I wrote these as we were talking just before we started.
Yeah, he's massively unprepared.
So they were very quick. I was very hungover yesterday, and I had no time today. D&D, bike rides, you know the gist.
Boris,
yeah. It's seriously been my entire day. Wake up, bike ride, get in D&D, watch Boris talk to you. I have not stopped since 8 a.m. That has been my entire day.
You have a whole week to prepare for this podcast. Like you actually have a whole week. You're doing nothing.
That's a good point.
And then
I watched Princess Mononoke Friday. Does that count for anything? That is my preparation.
I guess.
Yeah, dude, I didn't do it today, which is what I normally do. Anyway, yeah, you're right. I'll host better next week. Would you rather? Oh, so I've got a lighthearted one and an embarrassing one. Which one do you want first?
Embarrassing first. The end and lighthearted one.
Cool. So would you rather have a 2-inch penis or a penis that an 8-inch penis that could never get hard?
So 2-inch penis. That's pathetic.
Yep. Well, no. All right, let's not insult too many people. I mean, no, that's way below average. But yeah, it's pretty small.
No, I don't care about some people. If you got 2 inches, you need help. Get plastic surgery down in that area because you need it. You're missing out.
How long is your finger? I'm just trying to think. Where's that? Is that like 3 inches?
It's more than you think. I mean,
yeah.
You serious?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe 4 inches. I don't know how to measure. I don't have a ruler. Anyway, smaller than your finger.
But the thing is, was the other option 8 inches, but you can never get hard?
Yeah.
So it's either being. So the options you give me is being crap in bed or being crap in bed.
Yes.
When you say you can never get hard, it can never get hard by natural means, or I can
never
pop the blue pill and it'll blink.
No, never. So at least with the 2-inch one, you can still bust a nut. But with the 8-inch, it's for show. That's all you've got. It's a showpiece.
I mean, this is the worst thing you've ever thought about.
I just thought of it on the spot before the podcast. What do you want from me?
You thought this on the spot before what's wrong with you? Is this
My
not
brain works.
Is this lockdown rough for you, buddy? Is it taking a bad toll on your mind? Like seriously, what's wrong with you?
What happens if I can never get hard? And I was like, what happens if I had a really small penis?
Why would you think that? Seriously. So you thought? No. Why would you think? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. It's just a question for you. I feel like you need to answer.
Okay. As much as being nice to say I've got 8 inches. The problem is you're just easily saying all you can do is say I have got 8 inches. If you ever get with a girl, you can't do nothing.
Yeah. It's
no
pointless.
point. It's literally hopeless.
Yeah. If she tries to do anything with you, like it'll be almost embarrassing that it's not going up.
Yeah, exactly. 2 inches, at least I can bust a nut.
Yeah.
At least I can do something. I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's 2 inches and it's the most embarrassing thing in the whole goddamn. I mean, it's gonna be so crap for the person I'm pulling that night and everything else. It's just terrible for everyone involved.
Well, it's nigh on. You don't like that's worse than your hand, right? At that point.
My hand's bigger than it. My hand will dwarf it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'll put my hand next to it, it'd be like cast shadow over it, being pure darkness.
It's like a
dum.
Every time you wanted to play with yourself, you have to use chopsticks.
So bad. Yeah, the thing is, I can do it. I can't do anything with an 8 inch. Yeah, great. I can use it as a lasso. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm not a cowboy.
Take some good pics.
Yeah, I can lasso. Well, great. I'm going to lasso myself a good woman. You know, great. Yeah, everything else. Sorry, love. I'm pretty hopeless down there. But you got 8 inches. Yeah, it's big, but it does nothing.
Yeah. It's like modern art.
Got a dildo though. I've got a strap on. I mean, what?
Yeah. And I mean, is that not the same case that you have to use the same thing with the other one as well?
Probably, yeah. So, oh my god, I'm using. Oh no, that's so bad.
So you have to get used to. I was laughed so much, I just dropped my notepad and had to lasso everything out. So which one are you going for?
Go with 2 inches because at least I could bust a nut and pass the next generation on. I think if you have 2 inches, you should be able to pass the next generation on. That's just survival of the fittest. It's just no.
Yeah. Cuts you off right there.
If anyone's listening to this, but like, oh yeah, I listen to this. It sounds like a fun podcast. It gets to this one, 2 inches, and I'm like, dicks.
Yeah, I mean,
if we lose viewers in the next episode, we know why.
Yeah, I mean, anyone that has a tiny penis, we love you, and please keep listening.
I don't. You're freaks.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Hey, we can't judge this tiny penis gang. I mean, I don't know the tiny meat gang, but we're here for you.
What do you mean you can't judge them? Of course you can.
I mean, I don't know what it feels like, is what I was trying to say.
I know what you do is you point and you laugh. You point down there and you laugh.
You're the one that's going to have this in a minute. Oh, you're
Theoretically, this is not real life. I'm glad this is not real life. If it was real life, I'd be like, oh
no. Yeah, I think I'd agree with you though. You have the opportunity to use it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, that's what matters, right?
Yeah, the 8 inches. Well, you can either use it as a lasso or a weapon. Let's beat someone to death with your. No.
The slowest beat down of all time. Weird, squats.
Do you think that'd be the most mean way, like the most insulting way to die, or like to like?
Oh,
I attack someone, like I rob you, and you just lob out the 8 inch and just beat them.
If you beat anyone to death with a penis, that is the most demeaning way to kill someone, for sure. I can't think of something.
If there's such thing as like a Grim Reaper and everything else, or like anything else, like a Q, and it's like, name, how do you die? I don't want to talk about it. I need you to tell me. No, I'm fine. I'm.
He's like, I can just get it up. 1 second, Sean Blackwell. I see why you didn't want to say.
Why me? Why would I be beaten? Why am I beaten?
It's the first name that pops into my head. I'm talking to you. Anyway,
just look it up. Like, do you think he would just say, like, so your name?
Yeah, I think it is just laugh. Laugh, point, and laugh more.
Did you ever see a thing called Horrid Histories? Called
No.
It was the Stupid Deaths bit was brilliant.
I think you've mentioned this before. I've got a game called Stupid Deaths. I remember you mentioning it. Anyway, next one. Let's go to another bit of light-hearted. So this one's a little bit more chill. So, if you had a superpower, would you rather have the ability to control emotion or control gravity?
Gravity. That was not even a question. I mean, gravity would be so much powerful. Actually, give it a minute.
There's a lot of things you can do on both sides.
What? Okay, let's just say pure control or just limited control on either side.
Let's say
because emotion is a wide both gravity and emotions are wide repertoire. Like can you inflict emotions in people? Can you take emotions away? Can you use the power on yourself?
Let's say with the gravity one, you can definitely use it on yourself. With the emotion one, I wouldn't say you can use it on yourself. I mean, why would you want to control your own emotion?
So you become emotionless at all times. You have a full-blown level head at every single point.
Okay, let's say you could do that if you wanted. Yeah. You can remove your own. But yeah, you can control other people's emotions. You can control how they feel about you, how they feel about other people. But let's say it's more of like you have to train yourself in both of these. So gravity, eventually you could teach yourself to fly, I guess, but you'd have to limit the gravity upon your body around so much. It's not something you could do straight away. You have to train both of these.
With the power of gravity, you can become a full-blown superhero. So basically, all you're asking me is to become a villain or superhero, because gravity is basically... Well, gravity's both, but I mean, it's more superhero power. You can do more useful things as a superhero.
Like, just crush people, can you?
Yeah.
You'd just be like...
Yeah, just go to the middle of any terrorist organisation, be like, boom, right, they're here, done.
Flatten every building nearby, just smash.
Just flatten.
Yeah, flatten.
Just go to North Korea and flatten the country, done. Problem solved.
Kim Jong-un won't be happy if he's alive.
What are they going to do? They can't fire rockets. I control the gravity. I can pin them down to the ground. They just fire on them. They're just blasting on. They're not moving. Like, what's happening?
What do you think would happen? Would you hide that, or do you reckon you'd try and work for the government? Because you'd be an assassination target immediately if you ever revealed yourself.
I would like to say I'll keep it secret, but as soon as I reveal myself, I'm not smart enough to keep hidden from the government, so they'll just find me and end up working for I would end up being like the James Bond, James Bond, but with superpowers. I feel like most people as well. I don't think that most people be like, I'm smart enough to hide from the government. I don't. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You get found out.
As soon as you use it like once in public, it's like, oh, and now you're found.
Yeah.
But would the government try and kill you, or do you reckon they try and recruit you?
I reckon.
That's the thing you got to think about.
I reckon they'll recruit you and they'll find a way whether or not they can kill you. And if they can kill you, they'll probably use it to your own benefit and see what your loyalties lie. And then if they have any doubts, they'll shoot you pretty quick. Yeah,
because you could just crush MI5, couldn't you? In a heartbeat, you should be like, smash, building gone. I just smashed the mic.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that if it was in Russia, I'd be dead. There would be a doubt. So it's like, this person's too powerful, kill him. Okay.
And if you went to Russia and then came over to Salisbury, you'd also be dead.
Yeah.
Well, oh no, wait, sorry. They just wanted to see the Salisbury Cathedral. That's why the Russian spies came over here, of course.
I mean, who hasn't seen that cathedral? But emotions more subtle. But if you literally went to MI5 and actually worked your way through that system and everything else, you'd be the best spy in the world.
Yeah, you would easily influence people for promotions. Easily influence people to want to get you hired on. I mean, you could influence however anyone felt about you, right?
Yeah, it's both of them are great. Both of them are really good powers. I'll probably pick the emotion one because it's more subtle.
Okay.
The gravity one is very flashy, and I do like the idea of just going to North Korea and just flattening North Korea. Just ending that whole weird. I don't know what's going on over there. They need to get this shit together, man. But I mean,
yeah.
Just ending that there,
Okay.
like, done.
Okay.
South, get in. You can do what you need to do and everything else. China, you pipe down. Shut up.
That's great. Yeah.
I like
So you're going-
I like the Spanish bit was like, I'm being respectful to nations and everything else. Now it's like, North Korea, trash. China,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Stop eating bats.
Russia, it's assassinations, right? Stereotypes, they're funny.
Yeah, it fell very quickly from Grace, didn't it? So you go for the emotion one then.
Don't worry, I'm British. I drink tea and eat scones all the time. It's all good.
Exactly. Fish and chips and all that. Queen. Same words. Like,
Was that
corgis?
was that
are,
like
right?
was that like? Did you not set on like a Cockney or English or like a really posh English
Yeah.
accent? You just kind of did halfway through, like, "God, blimey, governor."
Yeah, I like weirdly fell between.
What was?
Yeah. Never mind. We'll ignore that.
No, I thought it was addressing more.
Emotions.
Talk about it.
No.
That. No, okay. Yeah, emotions. I feel it'll be more subtle.
Cool. What do you think I would go for?
I reckon you go for emotions because, again, it's more subtle, it's more slight, it's more tricky. You tend to go for the tricky option. Like whenever there's an RPG thing we've played or like a thing you build a character in it, you always gone. I think me and you are similar in this. We always go for like the thief or the assassin or the one that works in the shadows who could be like a double agent type thing. Like, yeah, I can play both sides of the coin. I'm smart enough. Until we realise we're not. But
you know what? I think you're very right there. We do always do that, but I think you know how flashy I actually am in real life, and always want to be like that garish boy. I'd love gravity. Imagine just be like the power to be like no and just crush a building. Oh, how can you pass that up? Obviously, you have the benefit of imagine if you had emotion, and I had this. You could basically control me to destroy what you wanted and then blame it on me. I think emotion itself is possibly the stronger power. Possibly. But I think gravity is definitely what I would pick because it's just mental and you can be like, I'm flying away, boys.
well, you say that gravity has loads of options because with gravity you can also control water because of the moon.
Oh, you can control everything. Like you literally control everything. You could just go, hey, you want to go to the edge of space? Watch. I can just remove the gravity on this space shuttle and we can just use no power whatsoever and just fly it to Pluto.
Boom.
I can loop around things. Moon's gravity extremely strong and then I loop around the entire thing and it gives us a full whip out. Like space travel itself would be insane. So much easier. To a point. It depends how many times you test
So basically you're saying that you get gravity and work for NASA?
Yeah, I'd love to work for NASA. I think we did that on a quiz the other day. I was just like, it was like a truth and a lie about yourself. And I was like, I want to impress NASA in anything I do. I was like, that's my truth. I would love to impress NASA.
Everyone got it as well. I think everybody got it. It's like,
yeah.
Which one's job? NASA.
I'd love to impress NASA. I would use my gravity powers to impress NASA and fly around for the lols.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's us wrapping up.
That's not wrapping up. Okay.
Cool. Unless you got anything else to say?
Not really. I mean, I've got work tomorrow.
Cool. Oh yeah. I presume I'm furloughed. We'll find out tomorrow. Have a lovely evening, everyone to listening. Thank you so much again. We really do appreciate it. We're absolutely loving doing this. Huge big up to you.
No, go. Sorry.
That's all right. I thought someone was going to say like, no,
cut you off.
Love you all. Really do appreciate you, except the ones with the small penis apparently. That's only from Sean though. And we'll see you next week.
Boom.
Bye.
Bye.